Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. We're back, so we're back in the not dorm location. I'm back home, I've graduated, I've gotten a haircut, I cut my chin while shaving. It's a whole new time, so welcome back to Lightning Storm. I'm so sorry that there was not an episode last weekend. That was literally graduation day, as I'm probably putting some pictures up on screen. It's been a hectic, crazy week here, and we actually have a lot to talk about. Thankfully, not really much of anything happened like 2 weeks ago, like what would have been last week's episode, so the fact that there wasn't an episode wasn't that big of a deal, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to start this week off with the Yellow Rangers, the SPD Yellow and Lost Galaxy Yellow. These two always kind of seem to be a pair together. They were announced at the same day, back in March. They've been kind of showing up at the same places at the same time. So it just seems natural that they kind of come together here. And originally we had a release date for them for like early June. GameStop was kind of listing that, even though they're pretending like they're GameStop exclusives when they're definitely not. They're definitely just fan channel exclusives since Pulse and Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and stuff have them. And speaking of those stores, Hasbro Pulse has moved up the release date of them. I believe it was like June 8th or June 1st originally, but now it is listed as May 23rd. So that is this upcoming Tuesday. It does seem to be that Pulse ships things out or charges people for things on Tuesdays. So while they're releasing here pretty soon in the US, GameStop Canada has now got them. So like I said earlier, we're still waiting for them from GameStop US, but GameStop Canada seems to have them out on the shelves. They were found there, like, I think this is one of the stories from like 2 weeks ago when they were found, I think. It's kind of hard to remember what exactly was from 2 weeks ago, since most of this is from the past week, because that's when all the news happened, but if you're waiting for SPD Yellow and Lost Galaxy Yellow, you're going to be getting them here pretty quickly. And speaking of releases, which is pretty much what this entire week's news is about, the Cobra Kai figures are done in the UK. And it seems like Lightning Collector 2021 is the only person who bought them. So I'm sure other people bought them. I think, at least. Like, there's like the only video of them that I've seen so far is from his YouTube channel. The only social media pictures I've seen of them so far is from his Twitter and Instagram. So like, I genuinely don't know if anybody else but him bought these figures. So if you want, there will be the link to the review of it in the description below, which is actually going to happen at least twice here today, because Lightning Collector 2021 had a pretty busy week of Lightning Collection stuff to cover. So of course these are the Johnny and Miguel figures that we saw back on the April 17th fan stream. So we knew from that day that they had an early like release date in the UK compared to like, I think it was like July for the US, and Target just never actually gave them a release date on their site or on their app. So we knew that the UK was going to get them pretty soon, and they were the ones to get the original 3. So they are out. And if you're curious about the whole box situation, since literally I've only seen one person who has had them so far, this one actually does have matching box renders where it's the more zoomed out-ish kind of render compared to like the one zoomed in render. I'm sure there are versions out there that will have the zoomed in render and the zoomed out render, because to just drive me insane basically and have to buy all of them, but I'm sure that's probably still maybe a case. It shouldn't be. Hopefully these are all just the boxes that they all come in, because that's how they probably should be in the first place, but they look fine-ish. Like, I don't care about them, as every time we talk about the Cobra Kais. I still don't have any of them. I guess they kind of look somewhat nice in a group if you have all 5, but still waiting for clearance on these guys, because, yeah. But who I'm not waiting for clearance for, and I'm very excited to finally get the set eventually, is the Alien Ranger 5-pack. So unfortunately, a couple weeks ago on Lightning Storm, we talked about how this set was delayed from a June 1st release to an August 1st release on Amazon US. The UK kind of never really bumped their release date. They originally had it as like an early, I think it had it around this time in like mid-May. That was always, or they had it in March originally, that's what it was. And they delayed it to like mid-May, so it was still earlier than like the original US release date. And that did hold true. Hasbro Pulse UK did ship them out this week, and we started to see a lot of people get them in the mail. They look fantastic. So what we didn't get to see very well from the promo shots, and even from the leaked factory Vietnam samples that were definitely stolen from the factory, those ones didn't have those accessories, or the Vietnam ones pictures didn't have their accessories, and the promo shots didn't really show it off very well. But there are nice like sheaths for the backs for them to plug in to have their swords. The blasters and the daggers look really nice. I think these turned out really, really good. Yellow does have the correct black triangle and black belt compared to like what the box render shows, where it still does show that incorrect yellow triangle on the back render, which is unfortunate that the back of the box and the front of the box is wrong with the art, but like I said many times, that every time we talked about that, it was more important that the figure itself turned out good than the artwork of the box, so I'm good with that. But this set just looks really, really solid. The only like problem I saw with it so far is, thankfully I've seen no duplicate accessories or missing accessories or bad paint applications, which is a complete miracle for a set that's in the Vietnam manufacturing days and is a 5-pack and is a very expensive thing. This seemed like a perfect opportunity for like an entire figure to be missing or something, but seemingly everybody says okay. The only one I've seen that has some problems is Heirlooms, where the right arm of his, or I think it was the left arm of his blue Alien Ranger popped out of the socket, which has happened to me before. Like on one of my cogs, the arm like popped out of the socket and he's having some trouble getting it to stay back in. But for all the things that could have gone wrong with this set, if it's something that can just kind of pop back in and not be the worst thing in the world, it still shouldn't happen for like a $120 set for sure, but at least that's the only like problem I've seen so far. And if that's what we're going to have with this set, then hey, I was expecting a lot worse, or fearing a lot worse. So this set is sold out on Hasbro Pulse UK. There is a review of it, of course, from Lightning Collection 2021, which I'll be including in the description below, just like the Cobra Kai review. It's still available for pre-order on Amazon US, and there will be an affiliate link to that in the description below, which is still currently listed as an August 1st release date, but I still don't think that's really going to hold true. If anything, I expect this to probably be shipping by like mid-July at the absolute latest. I don't think it's going to take until August for us to get this set. So, and since it is so pricey, just keep in mind that August release date will probably not hold completely true, because that'd be 3 months after the UK getting it, which is not unheard of or, you know, completely impossible, but I just don't feel like it's very unlikely. And then speaking of releases and Amazon and things moving up and everything like that, we haven't had any pictures of them in hand, but usually once I talk about things like this, almost immediately after Lightning Storm, we get pictures of them in hand, so I'm sure we're going to have them by next week's episode. But Wave 14, it kind of snuck up on me, honestly. So between all of the end of college and graduation and moving out and everything, I forgot that we're like in late May, and the fact that no site had really delayed the June 1st release date of Wave 14, which is true. No site has delayed it. Everybody's just kind of bumped it up. And so I was like, oh yeah, I guess Wave 14 is supposed to be out right around the corner. And I had kind of forgotten as well, because Mesagog came out in Singapore so many months ago, and I got that figure back in like February. So I completely forgot that the rest of Wave 14 was so close. And it's close. So Big Bad Toy Store sent out those emails saying, hey, we're getting ready to ship it. It's going to be arriving here pretty soon. And they did start shipping them. So people started getting some shipping. If you had pre-orders for them, you got some shipping confirmation emails for all full members of Wave 14. However, Lance made sure to let me know this on different social media platforms and messages that he had with BBTS, that they didn't get like a crazy large amount of Wave 14 stock in. It seems like the ones that they got the most of was Mesagog and Dino Fury Blue, and they didn't get as many Lost Galaxy Pinks and Dino Thunder Blacks. So that's, if you look at what's up on their set right now, where Mesagog and Dino Fury Blue are sold out and the O2 are still up for pre-order. So I was, pretty soon-ish, I'm sure the whole wave will be in stock. And speaking of that release date, that June 1st release date, that originally meant that Amazon was going to be shipping them out and having them show up around like June 8th, 9th for people. But people started getting some emails saying that the release date had bumped up to June 2nd, or at least like their arrival date, which kind of seems to point to a possible like really late May shipment, maybe like next week or 2 weeks from now, I guess would be the end of May. So I expect Wave 14 to be shipping pretty soon, and it's probably going to be the next batch of Pulse shipping soon emails. I would not be surprised if like 2 Tuesdays from now, that's like the next thing that Pulse is charging everybody for, is Wave 14. So if you're waiting for Wave 14, it looks like it's going to be here right around the corner. And just like I plugged with the Alien Rangers, if you want to pre-order Wave 14, especially from Amazon, since it doesn't look like they're really going to be pushing the release date for it, if anything, they're just going to push it up, they are all still available for pre-order right now, and there'll be affiliate links to it in the description below. And then next up for this week, we have something that is really weird, really, really cool, and also really frustrating for me because I don't know how I'm going to get it. So in Peru, out of nowhere, I had no idea this was going to be a thing. There's this company called Editorial Berlin, and I guess they make like figure albums or sticker albums or something. And a couple weeks ago, they posted this picture of an officially licensed Power Rangers sticker book album. I guess they were going to be releasing like these stickers in like little, you know, packs, like little blister packs, blind packs kind of thing. And you would get like a book where if you collected all the stickers, you could put all the stickers in there. And when they showed that off, the kind of like sample pictures of some of the stickers included the Lord Zed Tom Whalen artwork piece, which definitely caught my eye because I went, ooh, that's Tom's Lightning Collection artwork. And then they did like a little like unboxing video of like their album and like what it looks like if you have it fully complete. And there's like 2 dedicated page spreads to specifically Lightning Collection artwork. It's not just like using Tom's artwork just as generic Power Ranger artwork. It's actually specifically labeled like Lightning Collection artwork pages. It's still a very random assortment of artwork. It's all very early on in the line stuff, all 2019 and 2020 releases. So you have things like Mighty Morphin White from both his standalone release and his helmet release. You got Zed, Zeo Gold, Mighty Morphin Red, Mighty Morphin Pink. You have like some of the Psychos and Dino Charge. Pretty much I think everything is from the first year or even the second year of Lightning Collection. It's still kind of a weird assortment, and I don't know why this exists in the first place, but it's a very rare thing to where it's actually, like, besides the packaging itself, officially licensed and produced products, including Tom's artwork. We've seen a couple things of Tom's artwork released as official products, like that pre-order poster that was a freebie if you pre-ordered Wave 2 from Hasbro Pulse back in 2019, or like the t-shirt that he did for the Zord Ascension Project Dragonzord. But I need this so badly. So unfortunately, there is like a link to like their sites where you can buy the album in both a paperback and a hardcover, and then you can buy some of like the blister packs to get the stickers, but they don't ship internationally. So anybody from Peru who could be happening to watch this video or follow me on Twitter at GrnRngr or LightningFigPR, I need it. I need the book and I need the stickers. And I know it's gonna be expensive, but I need it. So if anybody's able to help me hook me up with that, I would be very, very thankful. So it's cool. It's random. I need it. And then finally for this week here, just a little plug I wanted to do for my friend because he asked me to do it. And also I think it's also really nice whenever these happen. So every year my buddy John Green, who runs GrnRngr.com, the best possible ever source for toy information for anything. He also runs the Lightning Collectors website that is super, super helpful whenever I'm updating or editing Lightning Storm episodes. I just like pull the pictures and stuff from there. It's incredibly helpful for tracking the line. But every year he does a Lightning Collection survey on his site, just kind of asking you a bunch of different questions about the line, what characters you want to see, what characters you buy, things like that. And while it's not an official survey, it does give you a very nice kind of insight into where people are at with the line and what they want and what they don't like and all that kind of stuff. So he's launching the newest survey, the 2023 edition of it, I believe tonight. So he said he's going to send me the link for it to plug in the description below. So by the time that you're seeing this video, it should be live and there should be the link to it in the description below. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to be running for, but I'll be having that also in the description. So lots of links down there today from all the different pre-order stuff and the survey and everything. So be sure to check out the links in the description below. There's always important stuff down there. So there's that. And that is going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm. Of course, until next time, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about anything I talked about down in the comments below. And of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at GrnRngr or LightningFigPR. And I'll see you all in Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Magnet Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, MCPC Studios, Comics 1017, James Darty, John Luke, Eric Berry, Tyler Bezetsky, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, Pyramidas, CPT Tesla, Cross SCV, Caboose Ed, Socket Monsters, Anthony Love, Daniel Pika, Hella Geo, Thrasher, and Jesus Prime. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, linked in the description below.